Hello lovely friends, here's a sneak peek of today's Valentine piece. This is our Talent Tuesday and we're having a Valentine special. So Kim, my wonderful friend Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy and I coming together today to bring you some art from the heart. So I hope you really enjoy this piece. I've got a really simple palette today and you can see my paper cups have been used quite a lot recently. And I love to squeeze them, and that's how I pour out the amount that I want quite accurately with these cups. You can see they're well used, but I've revitalised them for this particular piece. So I've got my Bordeaux red, we all love a bit of Bordeaux red. I've got iridescent violet blue, which actually looks like pink, but that's what it's called. And then I've got my iridescent gold by Pebeo. And here's the Bordeaux red bottle in case you're not familiar with it. So I'm using this palette today and I'm having a white base, and let's see the consistency. So this is titanium white. Sorry, it's not titanium white, it's white by Crawford Black. They just call their colours white, black, yellow, blue. Really simple acrylic paint. Got some beautiful flow to it. So if you're in the UK and you pop to the works, you can get this paint. It's really, really good. I tried it thinking it wasn't going to be any good, but actually it's one of the smoothest acrylic paints that I've used. Just look at that. So that's using my usual pouring medium, which is 30% Liquitex gloss pouring medium, and the rest is paint, and then I use water to thin. So I'm starting with my Arteza Bordeaux red. Now this is a bossy colour, so I always put half the amount of that red in to the other colours. I'm using twice the amount of pink that I have red, and then I'm going to put gold in the centre. So just enjoy the layering of these colours, and I'll come back shortly to show you the wet and dried results. Enjoy the music, and thank you so much for being here today for this Valentine's collab. I'll come back shortly as I do my radial swipe, and then I have a bit of a twist because I don't just leave it there. I end up tilting and creating something different. And I'll share some tips as to how you can do the traditional radial swipe, or you can tilt it before spinning it out.
In the stone, forever on thrones, histories made in the moments, heroes collide, it's all on the line with our backs against the wall. We came to fight, we came to take what was meant to be ours, there's no place to hide.
I saw recently the tag team, Tonya and Grandma Kathy, do radial swipes. So check out their videos. And also, of course, Kayleen is renowned for her beautiful radial swipes from Red and Fluid Art. So please do check out their channel and give them some love. And I'll put Creations by Tonya and Grandma Kathy's Art Venture, both of their links in the description below. So I'm doing a radial swipe here, and I like the cells. They're really quite beautiful, and I'm going to use my heat gun now just to sort of bring them out a bit more. And I must admit, I put in a little bit of Pebeo silicone oil in the pink. So you will see some bigger cells come out, and I'm really enjoying combining using a tiny bit of the Pebeo silicone oil, or any silicone oil that you can use, in the paints, and then I'm using a tiny bit of the Australian Floetrol in the actual swipe. So when you use the heat gun, it activates the cells and makes them come out. So you've got the activation of the silicone oil and of the Floetrol, and I'm finding they interact really, really well together. So let me know if you're trying that and what you've done with it. So at this point, traditionally you would just spin out this pattern, and it was a beautiful circle, and I have done that before. I'll put a link in the description to one that I have done that way before, but because I was in the moment with this one, I didn't do that, and I thought I actually quite fancy having the pattern on half of the heart. It felt organic for this shaped canvas, and then I wanted to put a little bit more white on the other side. When you put more white on one side of it where the white is there already, it encourages the paint to go into the white but leave more white negative space. So what I'm doing is I'm tipping the canvas and I'm encouraging the main body of the pattern to one side, bending my hand in, which grabs hold of the paint very slightly and pulling it down the side. There's more on the left hand side, and so what I'm doing now is I'm going to put the canvas down and add some white paint onto that edge, and then I'm going to spin it out and see what happens. But first of all, I'm just tilting it very slightly just to bring it over. And we're going to have a little play with my skewer. Scary skewer. Kathy, you watching? Although it's not a skewer, it's a tiny little cocktail stick. So I had a little go with it, and I've used it before, skewering a cocktail stick, but this one I just wanted the tiniest little adjustment to it. So can you see on the left hand side all that white negative space? I'm going to add the white right on the corner there to encourage it over. And when you add extra negative space, you're leaving room for the paint to move into that area. What do you think of this little cocktail stick? What do you think of that adjustment? See, when you make an adjustment like that, or you add the paint and you move it around, when you then spin it out, what it does is it spreads out that pattern a little bit further. And that's something that, you know, the more that you paint, you forget to mention this. And someone was mentioning it the other day and asked why the shape of it changes depending on how much paint you put down. I didn't like that little pink thing there, so I basically put some more white on top of it. But when you put more paint there, you're encouraging the flow of the paint in that direction, but you're also encouraging the pattern to sort of stay where it is and just encourage the white over the edge, which is what I'm trying to do, because I don't want much more of that pattern to come over to that side, because I'm quite enjoying the negative space. I hope that makes sense. So enjoy it now as I spin out this pattern, and I hope to see you towards the end as I show you the results.
started off as two kids in love, both wanted more. You couldn't break us. You took my heart and held it in your hands, but the calmness in your voice says you moved on without choice. In the morning you'll be gone. I pictured you leaving all night long.
So you can see there I used the heat gun and those cells popped out so boldly, didn't they? And this is pretty much done now. Don't forget to keep your paintings on a level surface. There's nothing worse than coming back the next day and finding your lovely piece has completely gone over the side, which I have done a few times. So I wish you a day filled with love and happiness in the way that has meaning for you. On Valentine's Day, my husband likes to cook me a meal and I really appreciate it. He's such a wonderful cook, and it's an opportunity just to sit down, have a chat and check in with each other. And we also had a recent meal with my nephew for his 18th birthday, and that was just so filled with love and wonder. I like to think about people that may be on their own this time of year as well, and sometimes just a smile to someone or connection, or stopping to pause and chat to someone who feels like they need to have a chat or just wants to have a chat. It takes one moment out of your day and it can really make someone else's day. So whatever has meaning for you, I think, is the message today. Wishing you a lovely day. Don't forget to be kind. So let me know what you think of this one today. Let's go and see what the wonderful Kim has created. I can't wait to see her piece. I'll put the link to hers in my description and comments below as usual. Thank you to my beautiful art family and community, and I want to say thank you to Kim for your love and genuine friendship and support. I really appreciate you, love you to bits, and thank you to all my friends and family. I just love you all, and so lucky to have so many people in my life that I love. Words don't express what I feel for every one of you. Let me know what you're up to in the comments below. I love seeing your creations, and don't forget your art as a piece of you, so really take care of that. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.